Hello everyone, it's your host Seth the Programmer, and today we're going to be doing a power scale on Maito Gai. Why Maito Gai is way stronger than we thought or imagined. So we actually did a vote for this on Twitter. Please follow my Twitter if you're subscribed to me and haven't already. Especially if you do already have a Twitter, please follow me on there. So yeah, we did a vote between Maito Gai and Madara. You guys wanted Gai, but a lot of you also wanted Madara. It was a pretty close vote, so I'm going to be doing Madara as well in the future. So if you do want to see a power scale on Madara, be sure to subscribe so you can stay in tune for that, or hit that notification, hit that fucking bell button. And anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy. Hot-blooded with fists as fast as lightning. He has a steel-like body honed through training. Taijutsu polished to shatter even rock. But these are not what support Gai's strength. It's his straightforward nature, devotion to study, and aspiration to achieve greater goals. These are what allow him to be more than equal to anyone in the Akatsuki. Gai gives his all to becoming more excellent. He is capable of staking his life on it. Regardless of what he thinks, Gai's Nindo has taken root in his 3 disciples, increasing one's fighting skills, vastly improving teamwork, and greater combat skills at the platoon level. You can see the hot-blooded, youthful style of instruction that Gai advocates in full bloom. So yes, that means Gai is in no way, shape, or form inferior to any member of the Akatsuki, whether it be Deidara, Sasori, Zetsu, Conan, Hidan, Kakazu, Itachi, Kisame, or Pain. He is not in any way, shape, or form inferior to any of them. Not even inferior to Kakashi. In fact, he's probably superior to every member of the Akatsuki. And little did everyone know that this goofball hot-blooded rival of Kakashi's was not only extremely powerful, but was in fact the most powerful shinobi alive during all of Part 1 and even most of Part 2 of Naruto and Shippuden, until like the major 6 paths villains like Madara and Kaguya really appeared, and even Madara struggled severely with him. So let's go over what this shinobi can do. For one, and most obviously, Gai is proficient in the releasing of all 8 inner chakra gates. Now these translations differ, but basically they go the initial gate, the heal gate, the life gate, the harm gate, limit gate, view gate, wonder gate, and of course the gate of death. Each gate being massively more powerful than the last. Even the first gate releases what allows the use of the Hidden Lotus, which exerts the body so much that it drained Rock Lee to utmost exhaustion just from using it 1 to 2 times in Part 1. Then imagine that, but dozens of times over, and you have the next gates. In Gate 6, the View Gate, Maito Gai was amped to be so powerful that he could unleash the Asakujaku, which is a flurry of 1,000 punches in seemingly an instant, all thrown so fast that their friction with the air causes them to ignite into flames. A fellow YouTuber named Lockstin did a video on this for Captain Falcon's Falcon Punch, where he throws, the Falcon Punch and like a fiery eagle comes out of it. And even throwing one punch that can ignite into flames would have to be going at bare minimum Mach 12, which is the speed of sound at least dozens of times over, or 4,067 meters per second. However, due to the short distance a punch is thrown before igniting, meaning there's no time for it to ignite, and the launching explosive flames launched from Gai's fist, his fist would in fact have to be going over Mach 23, which is over 7,683 meters per second. However, Gai doesn't just throw one punch confirmed over Mach 23, he throws over 1,000 of these punches in literally an instant. Literally, all of Kisame's 1,000 sharks and all of his 1,000 punches get thrown in one panel, and in one instant, it's over. So since this happened in like one panel and no time lapse was implied, it's actually implied to be very quick. The man's fists are then coated in searing flames over 400 degrees Fahrenheit even after the barrage is over. If you implied Gai threw 1,000 flaming punches instantaneously, his speed would skyrocket way beyond 23 Mach to unfathomable proportions, which would most likely easily be on par with his rival Kakashi Hatake's massively hypersonic lightning blade that allowed him to run an entire cliff and chop a lightning bolt in half before it even touched the ground from the sky while utterly drained of chakra. This is also backed because the data book literally says he can punch as fast as lightning, which does make sense if he's fighting lightning timers, and if he can throw like 1000 Mach 23 plus punches in an instant. Now on to Gate 7, the Gate of Wonder. Might Gai becomes so powerful that his sheer presence vaporizes all the water surrounding him, making his body temperature exceed even the Asakujaku barrage that were already over 400 degrees Fahrenheit with each punch. He's able to launch the island-shaking Hirudora, a giant blast of air pressure and raw taijutsu. This is more so explained when Hirudora defeats Kisame's Super Shark Bomb, which devours chakra yet didn't affect Hirudora. Gai then explains the Hirudora is a simple punch, a simple quick punch, but the punch is so fast that it launches a massive wave of air pressure capable of blasting away at and even shaking islands and one-shots Kisame while not even directly punching him. This being the same Kisame who could take hits from Killer Bee and his tailed beast states. That means Might Gai's quick indirect shockwaves of simply punching the air could generate dozens of megatons to possibly gigatons of force, which is even more powerful than the world's most powerful nuclear bomb, which is over 3,800 times stronger than the bombs dropped on Hiroshima. A bomb that was so powerful that they literally had to intentionally nerf and weaken it due to its radioactive threat. This is all also, mind you, Gai holding back severely as he doesn't want to kill Kisame so that he can be interrogated, meaning he can possibly punch way harder. This is also further backed when he's shown taking on Madara Uchiha himself in 6 paths was just Gate 7, with Madara being over continental in power, meaning that Might Gai might very well have continental level punches in Gate 7. And also, I say continental because continental is actually the low ball for the Ten Tails power, who could casually obliterate nations, and obviously Madara is way stronger than that, but that's just a low ball for time's sake. Also, I want to add in that all of these feats are done while sweat constantly leaks out of every pore and hair of his body. Yeah, that blue to green aura isn't actually a chakra aura. It is simply Gai's protruding sweat that glows with the 7th gate, as he states to Kisame directly. And since there's only so much water in the human body, and this dude's sweat aura is literally bigger than his body, it further implies that not only were his techniques extremely fast, but his entire fight with Kisame was also done relatively within seconds. Now onto the final gate. Gate 8, the Gate of Death. By far the most controversial and badass gate. Just like the 7th gate, Gai's aura in this gate isn't actually chakra. It's actually his blood. From the data book in Madara's own word, ultimately whoever opens as far as the Gate of Death is even able to obtain strength that exceeds that of the Hokage. However, as the consequence, it's said that the user loses one's life in exchange. When released, one is covered in a vapor of red blood that is evidence of the burning of the flame of life. In exchange for consumed life, valuable things can be protected. It can be said that a strong will and resignation are required for this ultimate taijutsu. So that means in his entire fight with Madara, that entire fight, this dude is literally bleeding out of all of his pores and hairs like a controlled form of like the Ebola virus that gives you some kind of super strength and speed. It's like absolutely inconceivable. And he then fights Madara Uchiha, the man the author himself, Kishimoto, had no idea how to take out. The man that could blink away the bijou and absorbed all of them was now getting his shit rocked by the springtime of youth. Gai was literally so powerful that just the shockwaves of his punches could fuck Madara into submission. Madara, being the guy that absorbed a casual continent-busting and world-shaking Ten Tails, was now at the mercy of not getting struck by the sheer presence of 4 to 5 of Gai's punches. Gai then runs at Madara so fast that it literally begins to warp space around him. And remember that this is sheer speed, as Gai's aura isn't actually chakra, and neither are his attacks. So this guy ran so fast that it warped space, and even the truth-seeking staffs that manipulate matter and cracked Madara so hard in the side it practically killed him, and more than likely would have one-shotted him if Madara didn't absorb the God Tree. This feat in itself is actually relativistic to the speed of light, as nothing else really warps time-space like that. Some people say that it's just his chakra or his jutsu. However, his chakra and jutsu is pure taijutsu and his own blood, meaning that yes, with sheer speed, his mass increased so much that it began to warp space, which is actually backed up because Madara, later in his fights with Naruto, as still as 6 paths, begins to use jutsus like the Light Fang, which are confirmed the speed of light. So Gai being almost the speed of light when the 8th gate does actually make sense scaling wise. Now, this 8th gate journey didn't end Gai's, adventures. Did you know that even after being crippled by the 8th gate, seasick, puking like crazy, and drunk off his ass, that Might Gai could fight an opponent with nunchucks that even 6th Hokage Kakashi was struggling with? Talk about determination. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something, and in the end, Might Gai is just way stronger than we thought. Till next time.